to our discussion segment on Good Morning Anambra Thursday edition. It's my pleasure to welcome you here formally. My name is Ijoma Uche, and today we have a very interesting topic to talk about, and that's the 2023 International Peace Day, which has its theme as Actions for Peace, Ambition for the Global Goals. Excuse me. So this is the topic we are bringing your way this morning, and my table is loaded with people that will talk about it. The first person is Dr. Dennis Ekemezie. Dr. Ekemezie is the Senior Consultant, Intercountry Committee of Ireland, United Kingdom, Nigeria, and also Peace
Building and conflict resolution.
Peace Building and Conflict Resolution. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's my pleasure being here.
Okay, thank you. And then I have Theophilus Markon Obiora Obute. He's the Cultural Diplomacy Expert, Federal Minister of Arts, Culture, and the Creative Economy, and the second D to UNESCO Abuja Regional Office. Good morning, Theophilus.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. Okay, and then His Excellency Ambassador Bishop Dr. Festus Ozioma Ozemena, JP, Ambassador of Peace, UN, MP, UN, Commander Royal Order of International Statesman, International Coordinator, UNP POLAC. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Good morning and happy International Day celebration.
Okay, welcome. We have taken off with that by wishing our people happy International Peace Day celebration. What is that all about? I'm coming to you, Your Excellency.
Yes, International Day of Peace is a ritual that is celebrated every 21st day of September globally. It's a brainchild of our United Nations system, which started as far back as 2010. Okay, 2010, when the United Nations General Assembly affirmed, the fact that going by the prevailing situations and circumstances globally, that this event should be celebrated annually in order to caution the effects of crisis and conflicts, and to inculcate the culture of peace as a lifestyle into the children of the world. And it has been there, and all the member nations of the United Nations and affiliate members and organizations have kept to it, and especially at this present time that we could see that peace is fast eluding the universe, eluding the world, conflict everywhere. Then it becomes imperative and becomes very important that it should be reawakened, and every attention should be given to it, not just by the United Nations system, but also by the collaborating member states and the governments of the whole world, and all the stakeholders in building a peaceful society and a peaceful world. So it's something that is worth celebrating, because a situation and environment and occasion that is devoid of peace
demands that.
Demands that. That
Okay.
is the way forward. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, Dr. Ekemezie, you told me you're just coming from Asaba in connection to what is going on,
Yeah.
celebration of the International Peace Day.
Yeah.
What exactly is going on?
Yeah, well, I'm on the side of Rotary, and Rotary International is part of the team that brokered world peace that ended World War of 1944, and is among the non-governmental organization that has seats in the UN. All over the world, Rotary is equally celebrating with UN. And in Rotary also, we have what we call areas of focus, which is peace building and conflict prevention is part of number 6 items on it. So in Nigeria, we have 4 districts. Nigeria is divided into 4 and 4 districts. And I'm coming from District 9-1 9411 that held their own takeoff of peace building in Asaba. In fact, it started with a roadshow, a mountain of peace billboard for people to embrace peace. And then from there, I moved down to Anambra State, which is my own state. I belong to District 9142, and we have our programs going on, like other partners in progress peace in Nigeria or worldwide.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Malcolm, why do we need peace? Because I think I've always said that there is no peace without justice. Is it because justice has also eluded us that we are now talking about peace, peace, peace everywhere?
Okay, thank you so much. Peace, because that is what we need at the global level and even at the national and sub-national level. Peace, because I take it from what Mr. Keme just said, how the Second World War ended and how peace came on. That was the war of 1939 to 1945, the Second World War. Yes, peace, because that is the only thing, that is the only panacea. If you take it from what Albert Einstein said, he said that peace is not necessarily the absence of war, but the presence of justice. You say justice, yes. You can't just talk about peace without talking about justice. Justice is what is needed. If there is no justice, then the whole world will be in chaos. It's not about what you are seeing in so many countries of the world, strife here and there, incursions and attacks by the non-state actors here and there. There must be peace. If there is no peace, I take it again from what Albert Einstein said, if there is no peace, then the whole essence of government, it won't even be there. Government is there for ensuring that that social contract between the people and the government is kept. And for that to be kept now, there should be peace, there should be justice, there should be total governance in place so that everybody is given his or her due. Okay. So that is what it's all about. Peace is very, very important. You can
peace
never
is very, very important. Everybody knows about that. But then, like, if you are looking for peace, it means you've lost it. So what do we do? What do we do? I'm coming to you, His Excellency. What do we do to ensure that we have peace? Okay?
Yes. I think it's glaring and obvious that our world today is in dire need of peace. So there's no dispute or contention about that. It's just a fact that is established and glaring before everyone. Then having said that, peace is very, very important. We talk about the United Nations, which we promote, the Sustainable Development Goals, of which, the theme of this year's International Day of Peace encapsulated and captured as well. It's all about you can't sustain development. Okay, you have development, but it cannot be sustained without peace. And everything that this, the global family is talking about, United Nations, everything, in fact, what is primary in the United Nations mandate and preamble and what have you, is peace. Okay, because peace is the bedrock to development. And for development to be sustained, then there must be peace. And peace is such that requires collective collaboration, collective effort. Just like my colleague Theophilus mentioned, that peace is something that everybody should be, part and parcel. Everybody should, reach out for it. Everybody should. It's not something that is left for probably, okay, the United Nations, you're talking about peace, so it's your business, or even the government, or government will say, well, it's not my problem, we are concerned with, developments and making lives, better for the citizens and all that. But you find out that whatever thing that you do, whatever thing that you think that you have been able to achieve, in absence of peace, then you have virtually nothing. Okay. In peace, we have dimensions. In peace, we have categories. In peace, we have classes. Okay, talk about inner peace. Okay, you talk about family peace. You talk about community peace. Then you're talking about societal peace. And then you get to global peace. And that's why in our organization, and also borrowing from UNESCO of United Nations, it says that in peace advocacy and in peace building, you think globally, but you act locally. Because it's by acting locally that global peace will be achieved. So me as an individual, I do everything necessary to make sure that I have inner peace, with myself. You see people walking on the road, they're quarreling with themselves. Even a vehicle is horning and he doesn't know because he has crisis inside of him. And the little thing is transferred. You have a lot of people with aggressive, transferring of aggressions, to people, little bumping, using all kinds of abusive words. And you imagine, but what have I done to you? It's because this person doesn't have inner peace. Okay.
Why?
Yeah, inner peace because of it could be orientation, it could be environment, it could be circumstance. Okay, like here, third world nation and Nigeria in particular, you know what people are going through. You know the sufferings of people. People, they cannot feed. They can't have 3 square meals a day. Okay, compounded by, the issue of you cannot move your vehicle. Okay, you cannot go to a place of work because of the increase in the fare of buses and transport as a result of the increase in pump price of fuel. And this has, ignited the tension everywhere. Everybody's, is tensed up. Everybody's trying to, what can I do, to get ends meet, to achieve this, to be able to, put food on the table. Okay, this is September. Children are going back to school. Where will you have the money? Okay, what is being given to the civil servant? Then how much, if you're a civil servant and you go to work with a vehicle or whatever, how much? In fact, today, if you put 40,000 fuel in your car, then you wouldn't know when it is gone. And how much is the minimum wage? We have a lot of issues, that trigger crisis in people. So it's a holistic thing that when we're talking about it, every hand must be on deck. The government, the governed, the everybody, so that we address the issue of poverty. We address the issue of inequality. We address the issue of unfairness. We address the issue of justice. Okay, because you talk about peace, then the sister to peace is justice. With situation where you don't have justice, you don't talk about peace. So we have got a whole lot of things, but talking it and saying it as we are doing, and other activities and programs that we put in place, we are doing all these things to galvanize peace. Like our organization today, we are celebrating the International Day of Peace at Professor Dorakuni Women Development Center. People are coming from all over Nigeria, even from outside the country.
Okay, before we get to the program proper, let's first of all establish why we're having these problems and what we need to do to avert it. We can't be celebrating International Day of Peace when there is no peace. Dr. Kemezi.
Yeah, thank you. You have to understand the maxim that peace is elusive. Peace is elusive, and if you want peace, you prepare for war. These are some of the items that guide the principles of people taking action. And in Rotary, our key word is there, what we call the 4-way test of what we do and what we think. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it bring goodwill and justice to all those concerned? Once you predicate yourself within this context, you achieve peace. And that's why I said earlier that the 6th item on Rotary area of focus is peace building and conflict prevention. You cannot achieve peace without being fair to your fellow human being, even being fair to yourself. In fact, from research, it's very difficult to achieve justice, even naturally. And if you cannot be able to achieve justice, why not try be fair to all concerned? And when you are trying to be fair to all concerned, you are trying to do what? To empathize with your fellow being. Even empathize with the nature. Tree, what of the animals? They also need peace from us. and we must accord them peace. And part of what we are going to do, part of the strategy Rotary is adopted, is this conscientization of the people through advocacy. And then when you are advocating for peace, you first of all, you must live in peace with yourself. Of course, you know, as a Christian, that the first part of what Jesus taught us on the 8th Beatitudes, Sermon on the Mountain, is blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be the children of God. Once you are guided by that, you'll be able to get others together. And then part of strategy, again, we are doing is that through seminars, conferences, visits, we'll be able to market peace building, minimizing conflict. Of course, you know, even within yourself, there is a conflict between your body and your soul. So internal peace, men, at times elude some people because of that internal harmony. And when there's no tranquility achieved by internal harmony that promotes joy, then that person will not give out what he doesn't have. If I don't have peace, I won't give it out. And that's why it is necessary, first of all, to start with yourself. Peace building starts from you. And that's why my cap says positive peace. Positive peace comes from various angles, from yourself, your community, your environment. And then when you talk of government, who is government? You are government. I'm government. And if I be able to actualize peace in myself, government will win. And the failure of peace today in the world is because the families are broken. And if families are broken, the entire system will be broken. And that is system analysis. And when you start to think of, there's this maxim again that internal contradiction in the system destroys the system. And that's where we are. So we start from ourselves. As we are talking it, are we living it? That is the measure, unquote. Are you living what we are preaching? Or are you saying it because of saying sake? Then if you are living on what you are preaching, then you'll be able to actualize it. Then the people will start looking at you as a mentor. You become a mentor to the people as you advocate. And when you fail to people to emulate you, do as I say and not as I do, peace will collapse. And that is where we are today. Most people in our places and environment are do as I say, but not as I do, which promotes corrupt practices and innate pursuit of power, materialism and otherwise. So these are what the context where the problem is. So remember what I said earlier. Can we promote that what 4 weeks of Rotary? Can we promote fairness? Can we promote good neighborliness? And then can we promote love of yourself first and then your neighbor, as our Lord Jesus Christ taught?
Okay, thank you. I was trying to bring what you said and what His Excellency said concerning peace, the stages of peace. What do you call it? Inner peace, that's self peace, societal peace, global peace. I'm trying to see how we can get these things together to ensure that we actually have real peace. Because if you have something that is aggravating you from outside, naturally it will affect your inner peace. Like what he mentioned, the stage that we are in the society now, whereby everything is difficult for everybody. Okay, for majority of the people, you go out as a man, you will not be able to come back with a little money to feed the family. You come back, the children are crying. You come back, the wife is nagging. So what do I give to the children and all this kind of a thing? No matter the kind of inner peace that man has, the society has aggravated his peace. So what do we do, Macron?
Okay. Peace. That's why we're here, and that's the topic. I must have to tell you that justice is at the core. If you don't have justice anywhere, whether at the family level or at the maybe societal level, if you don't have peace, justice is going to be a problem. And how do we ensure justice? Justice has to be, that's where government need to come in. Government is there. I said it earlier that government is a social contract. They have to be there to, ensure that their own part of the bargain is protected. And government is the one to take the lead, while the people being governed now will take cue from what government is doing. I have to let you know that sometimes our recruitment system governance recruitment system is having a serious challenge. If maybe the will of the people is not what is there, it's going to be a problem. And that cascades to whatever that government is going to do now. It will affect everything. When the people say, okay, maybe this is the person we want and is there democratically, and at the end of the day now another person is forced, and you understand, and that is where government is having a serious problem. You understand? If you don't have what the person who the people really want, if the person is not there, then that resignation on the part of the people will be there, and before you know it, they say go to court, and when they go to court, even the court is not even helping matters. It's a problem. You understand? So that is where justice is very important. It's government down that should ensure that justice. If justice is not there, if it's denied the people, everything continues to go haywire.
Yeah, that is why, because if you say you start from inner peace, it's okay, but from what is happening in the society, especially in this one we found ourselves, you see that you have to start from top, okay, to the bottom. Because if the government have not provided an enabling environment for you to be peaceful with yourself, with the society, there will be no peace. Okay, let's now dwell in the theme of this year's celebration, actions for the peace. Perhaps we have even started talking about that. Yeah. The actions we need to take to ensure that we have peace.
Yeah, actions for peace. Okay, our ambition for the global goals. We have global goals, what is known as UN Sustainable Development Goals, and the bottom line of it is to ensure prosperity to the children of the world, because that is ultimate prosperity, that everybody is satisfied. You have good education is provided. You have basic amenities for life to thrive, for businesses to thrive, for people, to thrive using their nature and God-given talents, and gifts and traits, and all these things are very, very important. Then, like Theophilus said, the government is very, very important in this discussion of our actions for peace, ambition, for global goals. Why? Because government is holding the, like you said in Igbo, that the
yam and the knife.
The yam and the knife is the person who is holding the knife, is the one who apportions, and in this context is the government. Government, they have the trust of the people, the managers of the resources that God has bequeathed, people with in their given environment and all that. So they are the people who should leverage on the positions that they found themselves and make things better for the people. So in our actions for peace, it should be a collective actions, from every individual, from individuals, okay, from the government, from the community leaders in our context here, community leaders, the traditional rulers, the presidents general, the women leaders, the youth leaders, the religious leaders, and this is what everybody should, come in the action to have peace in order to achieve the global goal. Then, like it is said, charity begins at home. Everybody should start to practice, like my colleague Dr. Kebeze said. It should start from you. It should start from us. Okay, you do the best you can to be at peace with yourself. Try to live within your means. Okay, and maximizing opportunity, that comes your way. Let me say here, because I just came back from New York, USA, and I had been making comparison. In fact, while there was something I sent after looking at the system and everything. I said, Nigeria and African countries, are we cursed or are we the curse? I think that went viral. Because I discovered that we're living in one planet, but you discover that it's like some people are living in a different planet. I got in there, discovered where the system is working, where there's no tension, where the government has the people at heart, everything is provided for everybody. You cannot fall sick and just a call. You see emergency, this thing we have siren, of some of our government officials disturbing people and doing that. When you hear siren in America, it's emergency. Okay, the ambulance is coming to pick somebody who has fallen sick and is taken to the hospital. You get to the hospitals and look at the equipment. Oh my God. And it's not this one that you come, you are asked, deposit money. Have you deposited money? If you don't have money, they watch you until you die. But this is a system, a place where nobody talks about money. The thing is, for the fact that you are American citizen, you shouldn't die. They should do everything that they can do to resuscitate the person. Okay, without charge. People who, by whatever reason, they don't have job or something like that, they discover they have places where you go and you are given food, cooked food of your choice. And even the raw one, you are given. And you will be asked when it finishes, you can come back. It's in the system. It's not.
So why won't there be peace?
Why wouldn't it? Everybody is that there's no this tension we have here. There's rule of law.
No single tension.
No single tension.
Okay.
And the thing
you.
is that our people, just like I just came back, people, because I know that most of the people who are steering the governance, in this country, they've been there.
Yeah, that's why they go to catch cruise and then come here to grind us.
There, you obey the law or law. You keep to the system. Why not do the same thing, replicate the same thing here?
Okay, we're coming back.
Anyway, just
Let's
like he
take a
said,
short break.
in addition to what he said,
I'm going to take what
development
you say,
goals.
but we're going to take a short break.
Okay.
We'll take a short break here. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stopped. But for now, we'll talk to some people on the street. We're going to call them in, hear from them, and then we get back to you. Thank you very much.
Each and every one of us must understand that we have many characters. So you cannot just expect everybody to behave like you. Number one, you must endure. Like, to understand that there are some genders, there are some characters, there are a lot of people in fact. So if you keep on trying to make people to behave like you or the way you want it to be, you are just trying to ignite crisis, because people must disappoint you. As I am looking at, there is no perfect place in the whole world, including where we are rushing to go. So in Anambra State, everything has to be done like gradually. The government has to bring their own contribution. Individuals need to bring their own contributions too. Because like, if government is doing something and individual is not contributing, it will not work. But if the two comes together, like the government is trying their best, the individual is trying their best, I believe things must work.
Peace itself is important, Then following to that is we need to first of all love our people, you get? Because if you don't love your people, then it's gonna be one way around. So first you need to love one another, just as it has been mentioned, to love your neighbor. First you need to let these people know that this is what is important, peace. And if the government comes in with some of these awareness and all of that stuff, to let the people know that peace is important and very much necessary to get us going.
And the important thing is that obeying the law, we have some moral laws that guides people, individual life. If you know what is good as a human being to do, you do it. You know what government say that you should do, you do it. When you do what is good or what government say that you should do, there must be peace. But when you refuse to do what is morally good and what the government said that should be done in the state, when you refuse to do it, automatically there will be no peace. And also, according to the scripture, sometimes we cannot do without the scripture. It says, follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Bible says that if you know what people will do to you and you will like it, do it also to other people. If you know what people will do to you and you hate it, don't do it. So as a human being, we know what is good. But to do that thing that is good is normally hard. But I believe that when you yourself and this individual do what is morally good, automatically there will be peace. They move forward to restoring peace. In Anambra, that is the ultimate thing that government should be doing. I believe that they are doing it. But it's for us citizens to do what? To key in and work with the government. We work with them. I believe peace can be restored in Anambra State.
Ọ bụrụ na ebidoro n'isi egbochiwe ya bụ mmiri, ọ ga-achọkarị ịtụ ọdụ. Anyị ekwesị na m na onwe m na-ekwu na ụmụazị na-eme ya bụ ihe na mgbagodi iwu na nwere ebe a nọ ọkụtọ nwe ebe a na-eme ebe ama na-eme ọjọọ.
Hey, good to have you back. We're still, good morning, Anambra, and we are still looking at 2023 International Peace Day, and I still have gentlemen in the house that are helping me, grind it so that we actually get what we want this morning. Okay? Yes, before we left, I was talking to Bishop Festus, where he mentioned a whole lot of things that need to be done for us to have peace. But I know there are other things because we have established here that in absence of justice and equity, you don't expect peace. Perhaps that's what Macron wants to talk about now. Macron, back to you.
I was trying to add to what he said is about the Sustainable Development Goals. Remember, it was MDG, Millennium Development Goals, before it transformed to Sustainable Development Goals. These are goals that it will take care of the present and even the future generation that are yet unborn. It's something that will take care of. They won't have challenges, they won't have problems. Once that is keyed into, they will also have their own smooth sailing. Once the thing is there, what are these development goals? It's about education, it's about health, it's about all these basic things. But here in Africa, it's a challenge. We're not having it as simple as is being obtained in the developed world.
And I wonder why.
I wonder why. I'm also wondering.
Oh, you're wondering with me?
Wondering. Yes.
Okay.
Because once we have them in place, everything will be, it will take care of, things will take care of itself. Because education, even UNESCO is even advocating that is even there in one of the goals, life above water and life below water. What does that mean? We that are living on Earth, then there are other lives below the water.
Fish now.
Fish and so many other things below the water. So we will take care of all this. As we take care of we human beings on Earth, we also take care of life below the water. So these are the things, once these are taken care of and these are in place, peace definitely will be there, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. We have about 6 minutes to go. So let's see how we can share it and then provide solutions. Yes, there is a crisis here and there. Yesterday, or there was a day before, we heard what happened in Imo State, how some group of security agents were attacked. There is this insecurity in the north. There is this here and there. Everywhere is crisis, okay? Insecurity. I mean, how can we achieve peace in the presence of insecurity? And then agitations of, you have something that belongs to me and you are taking it alone. And then you go out there and ask me to be peaceful. What do we do? Let's provide solution because we need this peace. It's very important to us. Dr. Kemese.
Yeah, thank you very much. We need peace more than what we are having. Insecurity or every other thing. What is the cause? What is the root cause of these problems, especially in our area or African developing countries? You find out if you want to understand it, is mainly on selfishness that emanated from corrupt practices. If you take what belongs to another person, it's corrupt practices. If you misappropriate public fund, we are saying government. Who is government? I and you are part of the government. And how do we recruit our leaders? That's part of the question. You are talking of Imo State. How was the leadership of Imo State recruited? Current leadership of Imo State recruited. Yes, it was under contention and still under contention and will be under contention. And that is part of the problem we have also in Nigeria. That's why the first election, the election was, the result of election was hijacked and some people walked out and they were told to go to court. And they went to court and the court again and then Supreme Court to adjudicate and then give the verdict. Somebody was given justice, as we are saying, clamouring for justice, and still today he's being detained. And that is part of the crisis.
Okay.
Not observing, not equity, as you rightly said, is the problem.
Justice
and then
and
fairness is the most of the problem. Are you fair to all concerned? Will it bring goodwill and justice? And that's what Rotary is preaching.
Apply all this.
Apply it within yourself. Contest first.
Okay, Bishop
before you
Festus.
move to others and say government.
Okay, for want of time, please. Bishop Festus, what is going on at Ekweme today? What program do you have today?
Yeah, it's the Professor Dora Akunyili,
Oh,
Women of Women's
Professor Dora
Center.
Akunyili,
Yes,
okay.
that's where, the whole world is coming together, people from all parts of this country, from outside of the country. We're coming to celebrate 2023 International Day of Peace.
What time?
10 o'clock.
Okay. What do we expect?
Yeah, we expect there will be paper presentations, there will be unveiling of what we call Peace Alive initiative, because as we're discussing here, it's assumed that peace is dead. So we want to call it back to life, we want to revive it.
Beautiful.
And also we have, people who have excelled in their various fields of endeavor who have been of peaceful disposition that will be inducted into peace advocacy as peace ambassadors, Mayor for World Peace, World Ambassadors for Goodwill, and Justice for World Peace. So
Okay, there will be induction.
There will be induction.
And there will also be item 7.
There will be, sure.
Okay.
Item 7 is
That's
there.
what I want to hear.
Yes.
Okay, so join us at Dora Akunyili Development Center
So it's been organized
and get
by
all this
Peace,
packaged.
Positive Living Awareness Center.
Oh, really?
Okay, so we promote United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, UNESCO Cultural Peace Project, and positive living.
Okay, you are part of what's going on today at Dora Akunyili. Is that what you said?
I'll be there.
Okay, so what's your final message as well?
Okay. Well, we continue to call for people to embrace peace. At UNESCO level, is even there. They have a maxim that peace and war or whatever, it revolves around human mind. And because of that, for you to find a solution to that, now you still have to go back to that human mind to see how you can, refigure that thought in man towards.
That's part of what we are going to do.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you very much. Theophilus Marcon. Okay, I called you Macron before, please forgive me. It's Marcon Obiora Obute. Did I get that name?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Cultural diplomacy expert, Federal Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy, and also a secondee to UNESCO Abuja Regional Office. Thank you very much for coming today.
My pleasure.
Okay, and then His Excellency Ambassador Bishop Dr. Festus Ozioma Ozemina, JP, Ambassador of Peace, UN, MP, UN again, and Commander, Royal Order of International Statesman, International Coordinator, UN, Pepulak. I got that.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Ijoma. God bless you.
You too.
I wish to, see you over there so that.
I will look at my itinerary and see if I will be there. Okay, thank you. Dr. Dennis Ekemeze. Dr. Dennis Ekemeze is the Senior Consultant, Intercountry Committee of Ireland, United Kingdom, Nigeria. Thank you very much for coming, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Okay,
Let's promote peace.
You sounded very calm now.
Yeah, I'm a calm person.
Because today is Day of Peace.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know me now.
Because I know you.
At 12 o'clock, there's going to be silence.
Yeah, I'm
At
observing
12
peace.
o'clock, there will be a wave.
24 hours.
Global peace for cease, fire.
Oh.
So it's significant at 12 o'clock. So
Everybody should stand still, wherever you are.
Lasts for 24 hours.
Okay, we should have heard that.
Give peace a chance.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's a very good one. Okay, you have heard them, get set. Once it's 12 o'clock, everybody, wherever you are, you stand still. Even if you are too busy, say, let there be peace in the world. Okay? I think we're going to roll like that. Thank you, camera guys. Thank you, the directors, the ops directors. Thank you, Ifi, Onachupu, a whole lot of people that made it happen today. Thank you. My name is Ijoma. The week is rolling. Tomorrow is Friday, and we'll fly away. I can see you tomorrow.